Have you ever walked into a room and just instantly felt someone's good or bad vibe? Like they haven't even said a single word, but you just know. I bet you have. We usually write this off as just a vague feeling, maybe our intuition playing tricks on us. But what if I told you that you're actually sensing a real, measurable, energetic transmission? It's this wild phenomenon we experience literally every single day, yet we rarely ever stop to actually understand it.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into the energy mirror, decoding and changing your aura. I am so excited to guide you through this, mostly because we're going to totally strip away all those purely mystical misconceptions. Instead, we're jumping straight into the actual science, the ancient philosophy, and, most importantly, the real practical techniques you can use to understand, actively change, and actually see this energy field for yourself.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's a quick look at our agenda. We're going to start with the human energy mirror, then look at the exact factors influencing your aura, decode some colors and patterns, learn how to change your aura, and finally, we'll wrap up with seeing the invisible.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the human energy mirror, where we'll be defining exactly what an aura is.
So an aura, which ancient traditions often call the etheric body, is essentially a measurable electromagnetic biofield. It's an emanation of prana, or life force, that naturally radiates from every single living being. And listen, this isn't just some woo-woo concept, okay? It is a natural consequence of consciousness itself. If it's alive, it has an aura. Period. Even modern science backs this up. Using instruments like EKGs, we can literally see that the human heart and brain emit measurable electromagnetic fields that extend outward, forming this sort of toroidal or donut-shaped field all around us. Just like your physical body naturally gives off heat, your life force gives off a field.
Think of it like a giant puzzle. Your physical body is made of physical matter, right? It processes physical food. But your etheric body, this subtle energetic blueprint extending about 1 to 2 inches outward from your skin, processes prana instead. And what's absolutely fascinating here is that this etheric body acts as a template. Physical sensations, and get this, even illnesses, manifest in this etheric template before they ever hit your physical body. It's wild. It perfectly explains the medical phenomenon of phantom limb pain. A person missing a physical arm can still feel a phantom itch or warmth simply because the etheric blueprint of that arm is still fully intact and pulsating with energy.
Moving on to Section 2, factors influencing your aura, and what exactly fuels this field.
There is this brilliant saying from the source material. What water is to the irrigation system, prana is to our etheric body. I mean, that just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly illustrates how life force flows through us. Just like an irrigation system relies on this massive network of channels to bring water to every single crop, your etheric body has 72,000 energetic channels. These are called nadis, and they carry this vital prana to every part of your being, nourishing and expanding your aura. If that flow stops, the whole field shrinks.
So, what actually shifts that flow of energy? Remember, our main focus today, what factors are actually influencing your aura? Well, your aura isn't some fixed painting on a wall. It's a dynamic, real-time snapshot. It fluctuates literally instantly based on your breath and oxygen flow. It shifts right along with your emotional states and active thoughts. It even holds on to karmic impressions and unresolved trauma. Plus, it is heavily influenced by your environment and the people around you. You've probably heard of aura farmers. These are people who project a highly cultivated, intense energetic signature that can actually drain the energy of folks around them. And finally, diet plays a massive role. High prana foods like fresh, sun-grown organic veggies fuel this field entirely differently than dead, processed foods.
All right, Section 3, decoding colors and patterns. Let's talk about decoding visual energy.
Now, if all these internal and external factors are constantly shifting our energy, how does that actually translate visually? Well, auras give us a symbolic language for interpreting our energy, and this links directly up with the chakras. Take a red aura, for instance. That links to the root chakra. Now, it's super important to note that red isn't inherently bad. In fact, during an experiment we learned about at the Sedona Wellness Cafe, a filmmaker named Krisanna had this bright red aura simply because she was in a super high-energy, vital, action-oriented filming mode. But if it's imbalanced, red can mean fear or anger. Orange connects to the sacral chakra, meaning creativity, or if imbalanced, depression. Yellow is the solar plexus, think intellect or maybe an overactive ego. Green is the heart, representing love and healing. And light blue is the throat, which is all about authentic expression versus anxious overthinking. Ultimately, your color just represents the current energetic state you are actively working through.
But hey, don't get too hung up on just the colors, because the shape and texture of the aura matter immensely. A healthy aura is going to look luminous, symmetrical, smooth-flowing, and totally coherent. On the flip side, an imbalanced aura might look pretty dull, which indicates a suppression of that specific energy. It can even take on this dark, sludge-like pattern if stagnant energy just hasn't been dealt with over time. It can honestly even contain visible rips, tears, or holes caused by physical or emotional trauma or harmful habits. The aura literally bears the physical scars of our emotional pain. It's mind-blowing.
Which brings us to Section 4, How to Change Your Aura. This is all about active transformation.
Because once you understand those factors influencing your field, you can actively step in, clear those blockages, and completely change it. 60 seconds. Yep, you heard that right. That is exactly how long it takes to completely shift your energetic field. During that same reading session at the Sedona Wellness Cafe, another subject named Dana had her aura scanned. Initially, it showed a ton of blue, indicating strong intuition, sure, but also a heavy amount of anxious overthinking. The practitioner looked at her and asked if she wanted to change her energy right then and there.
And here is the exact mechanism they used. Let's call it the 60-second shift. The practitioner had Dana stand right up, literally shake out all the physical tension in her body and neck, and engage in some deep, comfortable breathing with her eyes closed. Because the aura is just a real-time mirror, simply changing the physical flow of energy and bringing deep oxygen into the body instantly changed Dana's external frequency. No joke, when she opened her eyes 60 seconds later, her aura was measurably deeper, incredibly vibrant, and she reported feeling significantly less anxious. A real game changer.
Now, if you're looking for a more permanent shift, you can build a beautifully luminous aura through a few simple daily habits. First up is direct sun gazing, which is widely considered the absolute highest source of prana. Next, eating a vegetarian or organic diet. This provides direct high prana fuel for your biofield, literally straight from the sun to the plant to you. Deep nasal breathing is absolutely crucial too. And holding your breath gives your etheric body the precious time it needs to extract that prana from the air before you exhale. And finally, meditation. This helps resolve those inner conflicts that create those dark, sludge-like blockages we talked about. In fact, many practitioners report that they naturally begin to see auras with their physical eyes after just 3 months of adopting a high prana vegetarian diet.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 5, Seeing the Invisible, where we talk about perceiving the field.
All right, so now we're going to teach you how to actually perceive this field yourself using your own physical eyes. To prep for this, we use something called the third eye hack, which was shared by author Cynthia Sue Larson. Before you even open your eyes to look, you just gently massage your forehead in a circular motion with the palm of your hand. This does 2 amazing things. It relaxes your facial tension, and it actually helps stimulate the pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye, all while activating a mini chakra right in the palm of your hand. It basically primes your perception for the whole shebang.
Okay, here is the exact step-by-step process. Step 1. Find a plain, white, or off-white background in a room with nice, natural lighting. Step 2. Hold your hand out at arm's length. Step 3. And this is the real trick here. Instead of staring directly at your fingers, you want to focus on the empty space directly between 2 of your fingers. And Step 4. Relax your gaze into a soft, peripheral focus, try your absolute best not to blink, and just wait.
So, what are you actually looking for? I want to set your expectations here. You aren't going to see some crazy neon rainbow immediately. Instead, you're looking for a very faint, transparent outline. Think of it like those clear heat waves you see coming off hot asphalt on a blazing summer day. It's kind of like a tiny mirage, just tracing the edge of your hand. If you can hold that soft focus without blinking, because remember, blinking resets your focus completely, that transparent wave is eventually going to expand outward into some really subtle, beautiful colors.
And so I'll leave you with this really powerful question to ponder today. If your aura is a real-time mirror of your deepest internal state, what is your energy broadcasting to the world right now? Remember, you are absolutely not at the mercy of your environment. You have the knowledge, you know the factors, and you have the tools to actively shape your energy. Stand up, shake off the tension, start breathing deeply, nourish your body with high prana foods, and just watch your field transform. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring.